All right. It's a beautiful day here. I mean, it's in the 80s at least, low 80s. Gorgeous out. We're going to be working on our kitchen garden today, and I'm going to actually show you. We've got some chicken tractors that we built over the last couple weeks. My father-in-law was here and helped. We're going to kind of show you our best way so far that we've been taking care of our turkeys and our meat chickens. There you go. So this is our kind of hoop house style chicken tractor. We've used a lot of other people's designs as far as using the hoop with the cattle panels. They're really, really nice chicken coops. We've got a chain here at the front. You can see, this is so we can hook it onto the tractor bucket or to the mower and pull these, move it onto new grass every day or two. And yeah, we built 2 of these. This is while my father-in-law was in town. And honestly, these are perfect for, we've got 44, 43 meat birds in here and 1 goose, you can see. There's one of our new geese. Hey, bud. Hi. And our whole point, there's a rooster in there too. That was from somebody at our church. They had a rooster that seemingly nobody wanted. Uh-oh. Have a dead bird in there? Sure looks like it. Huh. Oh, you're not dead, you're just stretching out, you goober. This goofy bird had its legs sticking stretched out, was laying flat on the ground. When I walked over, its little head was up and alert and popped up and looked at me. All right. So we've got another batch of meat birds that were in one of our small tractors like this. These are the ones Brittany and the kids made. And worked amazingly. We ran them out on grass. You can probably see over here, you can just see all that dark grass. That's all the areas that we fertilized because we put the birds on it. We butchered last week and it was only 20 birds, but this batch is 40 some odd, and then we're gonna get one more batch for this year of birds to do. We'll probably do somewhere in the realm of about 40, 50 like we've got here. We got our turkeys. These guys are growing like crazy. I'd guesstimate these birds are probably kind of a lean 10 or 12 pounds once butchered at this time. Maybe a little more, 12 pounds maybe. But they are primed and ready and happy. So we're gonna butcher these guys soon. Have them ready for us, obviously for just regular meals. But I'd also like them for Thanksgiving. We're gonna save one for us and our family, and then I got a couple people, good close friends that we make sure get a turkey as well. We haven't had a lot of videos recently, and I'm not just gonna go into a ton of details, but since August we had a baby, which is Katie Jo. She was born healthy, she's fine. Brittany, she's also fine, but Brittany, when the baby was born, had all sorts of issues, ended up having to have a surgery. So we were down for, 2 months with taking care of the new baby and then dealing with her post-op and whatnot. And then come November, December, my shoulder, I had an injury at work and it was giving me all sorts of problems. I was starting to lose feeling in my hand. I was having issues moving that arm correctly. I'd be like sitting holding a glass in my right hand, because it was my right hand and I am right-handed. And I would hold a glass or something with water in it in my right hand, and I just, out of nowhere, it would just drop out of my hand because I didn't realize I wasn't holding it tight. So we're having issues. They went and redid an MRI and said that the tear that apparently I guess they had seen way back when they first did my arm, when I first injured it, they said that tear had gotten much bigger. And so they went in and did a surgery on my labrum. Got that taken care of, but that was in March. So I had like a long time of being off work and not being able to use my right arm. Well, right about the time after my surgery that I was like, well, I'm home, you know, my arm's in a sling, I'm starting to heal a little bit. We had my father and mother-in-law were in town multiple times to help us out. I was like, well, we should start making some videos. And right about that time, Brittany broke her foot. So we have been the house of invalids for a little bit now. I think it's gonna be September before I'm back to full strength and able to go back to work. But it's given us a lot of time to be with family, to be on the farm, and just, I don't know, just kind of taking care of things. You might be able to see, it looks like little saplings here behind us. You can see them planted, little bits of mulch around them. They're little white pine saplings. See, here's one right here. This one's pretty small. And then we've got just a whole slew of trees. I've got a whole row going right down here. You can see all the way down. And then where these more full trees with leaves, these are the old black walnuts that we had planted. So I've got a whole, like the white pines end right about here. All these other sticks, basically, that look like they're sticking out of the ground. These are black walnut trees, and we've got upwards of 3 and 4 deep in these rows here, going all the way down and stopping about 30 or so, 40 feet from our garden. Obviously, we don't want to have any black walnut trees too close to our garden because they release toxins in through their roots, which cause things like tomatoes and whatnot to die and not grow. So we're being careful with that. See, here's one. But yeah, we've been doing a lot of work. Had some, my father-in-law helped and a friend helped cut some telephone poles up that we had. We're gonna use these hopefully for fence posts, put some hard fencing around where our cattle are. You can see those guys out in the distance. Quick story, we actually had an issue where 6 of our cows probably got out, but we're not 100% sure that they weren't stolen or driven out of our pasture by, could have been a dog or a coyote, or it could have been, you know, people. We're not sure. There's some suspicious circumstances about it. But we've got 3 of those cows back. A neighbor found them and called the police and said they found 3 cows. The other 3 were gone. It was only our beef cows that were taken, and it was only the biggest of our beef cows, which seemed odd. The 2 small ones were still here. Smaller, I should say. But yeah. So we've got 5 beef cows now. There's 4 of the Angus cross, which are the black colored ones. And then Daisy, who was born on our farm. She's half Jersey, half Wagyu. And most of them are due to calve soon. I'm here in our garden. We've got a ton of different squash and field pumpkins and butternut squash and zucchinis and all sorts of stuff. Just, I mean, massive, massive plants growing. You can see we got there's a yellow squash forming right there. How cool. But yeah, that's kind of the short of it. Got our garden in with the help of my mom, help of friend Greg, who helped us with a bunch of starts. Again, Brittany and I weren't really able to do a whole lot. Got all our tomatoes coming all around. Starting to grow, starting to actually grow some tomatoes. These are all bell peppers, sweet peppers, moving into like banana and then jalapeno, and then we've got a couple that's a habanero, and we've got a couple other pretty spicy ones here. And then we've got a specialty pepper, and I can't remember the name of it. I just called Greg and asked him to remind me what it was. I forgot. So it's right here. It's actually growing some peppers on it. Look at these guys. 2, 1, 2, right there. So, yeah, no piglets or anything. Not a lot of big giant plans other than getting some fencing up and some other stuff on the farm, just tackling some projects and really taking a lot of stuff that we've already got established, like our garden here for years, and just making it better by putting all this weed cloth down. And you can see, I mean, it cuts down a millionfold on the weeds. So anyways, kind of a different style of video than we normally do. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Got Andrew doing his seed starts. We're probably going to be selling a whole bunch of strawberry plants because Andrew's got just a ton of starts that are growing off of the main strawberry plants. So yeah, anyways, appreciate it. We'll see you guys on the next video.